Hi, Marge Kinney again. You're looking at the Marge Kinney Art Show, and we're going to work on this painting and hopefully finish it in the next few minutes. So I'm going to start with a faraway pasture, and usually a faraway pasture is very, very light, and then your painting gets darker as it comes forward. So this area in here, we're going to make a very light tone. So I'm going to move to the yellows, and we're going to take the yellow ochre and some Naples yellow, some of that in, and a little bit of cad yellow light. Okay, now I don't need to have it absolutely mixed to pieces. I'd rather have it have a slight mixture of some of those. And I'm going to just put it in, covering the bottom of the previous green that we just put in. It's okay if part of it is yellow ochre and part of it is a little lighter. That makes it really pretty. It makes it look like something's happening. Now, because this would be more or less weeds or grass, let's make it on a diagonal so that most of the lines look like they're grass. And if we start from the back, as we move forward, the forward line would go over the backward line. Isn't that nice? You know, there was a time I was in a class and I asked a teacher if he wouldn't mind just showing me how to do a back pasture. I didn't know what kind of light to put in it. And he ended up repainting my whole painting. So we ended up getting in a big old fight. I said, why didn't you just tell me? But see, if you keep it simple, just keep it simple. That's the main thing. I mean, we can crowd this with all kinds of ideas, but I want you to be able to paint a beautiful painting. Then you can go on from there and make it more complicated. But let's keep it pretty simple. There's no reason why we can't do that. All right, now I'm going to move ahead with some of the Viridian and some of the alizarin. And I'm going to take some of this yellow ochre into it and just put some of the green. I'm going to have a little bit brighter green in the front. Now, of course, we can make more complicated paintings, but the main point is to make sure that we know how to make a painting. And then as you learn more and more and more, you can make these far more complicated if you want. But this is impressionistic, and you can certainly get the feeling of what you wanted to say on canvas very simply. Now again, notice the gray undertone and how much that helps. If this were a white canvas at this point, I would be fighting a white background. But when it's all gray, it's very complementary to what's happening in the painting. And it makes it look like it's all finished. Well, we could make this a lot more detailed, but I think for the point of this painting and this instruction, I'm going to keep it quite simple. I'm going to add a little bit of red flowers here. And we just poke those in. We don't try to be experts at flower making. We make clusters of color. Usually in the mountains around here, there's some poppies, little bunches of poppies. And remember that flowers grow in a V shape. You plant a plant and then it grows outward like a little bouquet. So, and they tend to stay pretty much the same color in an area. So you can make little bunches of the same color in each area. Okay, as long as we've gotten this far, I'm going to add just a little bit of burnt umber and a little bit of yellow ochre and a little bit of gray. And this time I'm going to make a road. Now, a lot of times people think the road should be vertical, But instead, on the edges, we make the road come downwards on a diagonal like this, and then the road comes across in a flat line, horizontal line. So we actually are coming along like this. We just come along and we get it right into the bushes there. Again, the colors do not have to be totally mixed, because a road, if it has a little darker shade to it, it looks like that's a little rivulet or a little ravine area. So we just bring that down. Now I want a little bit of purple in this road. You'd be surprised how much purple there is in our world. So as we wrap up this picture, I have added a couple of little shadow marks that are magenta and viridian. It's sticking with a little bit darker purple. And I also have just added a little bit more yellow ochre and white, and actually a little bit of red to make it rather peachy, to give more of a sunny look to the road. So with that in mind, I've also softened quite a bit of this area just by going over it with the tip of my brush. And notice I've just used a filbert brush for the whole painting. So if you like this kind of look and this is the kind of thing you'd like to do, stick with me, because we've got some more great videos coming. I just can't tell you what they are. Okay, see you soon. Bye.